Recording in progress.
Okay, for part A, this one you cannot key into the calculator because, you see, I have to address this problem.
Recording in progress.
So for part A, so what I will do is, I want to find the value of A when t equal to 0. So I have to find it in terms of S, no choice. So A, 0, so you have to substitute in, no choice. So anything times 0, you will get 0. Okay? Am I right? E to the power of 0 is 1. So this will be S times 1 minus 1. So you get 0. So the beginning concentration of the sugar is 0. How can the concentration of the sugar be 0 when you want to convert sugar to alcohol? Huh? A is what? Amount of alcohol. Okay, A is the amount of alcohol. Okay, this is fermentation, correct? Okay, sorry, A is the amount of alcohol. So at the beginning, the amount of alcohol is 0. So it starts to ferment. Okay, but we sub into the formula. Okay, then part B. So part B, what I need to do is, they tell me the concentration of sugar, that is 10. So I sub in 1 minus e to the power of, did he tell me the K? No. Okay. So I write down. So I'm going to do part 1. Okay, suppose S equal to 10 and A equal to 5 after 3 hours. So I'm going to use the A equal to 5 after 3 hours as A equal to 5, T equal to 3. So I sub in 5 equal to 10, 1 minus e to the power of negative 3k. I told you already, if you can't do it manually, what can you do? What can you do if you don't know how to do this manually? What can you do? You use your solver. So you may want to try to use your solver now. Okay, not going to repeat how to use a solver. Give yourself a chance to learn how to use a solver. So try to use a solver and get the answer quick. Anyone haven't keyed in the attendance? Okay, what did the solver tell you? Quick. (0.231). Okay, solver tell you K equal to 0.231. So you can do it like that. Okay, but if the question asks you to get the exact value, so do you have a choice? No, you don't have a choice. So you have to solve this. 5 divided by 10 equal to 1 minus e to the power negative 3k. Okay, 5 divided by 10 is half, correct? So e to the power negative 3k is equal to 1 minus half. So it's equal to half. So I told you already, to avoid any error in the negative part. So usually I will write this as this form. So it's easier for me to solve, right? So I will do this, e to the power 3k is equal to 2. So therefore, my k will be equal to ln 2 over 3. So this is the exact value of k. Yeah. For this case, the exact value of k is quite easy. So you can type into your GC now. Okay. So we type in the exact value so that we can get the correct answer. Okay. Got it? So you have to learn both, because to avoid, so that when the question asks for exact value, I also know how to do. Okay, now, part 2. Part 2, they say, find the speed of reaction. Speed of reaction means rate of reaction. Are you clear? Speed of reaction means rate of change of A. So if you study chemistry, you will know that speed of reaction means the rate of reaction. Am I right? You study chemistry, correct? So this from sugar turned into alcohol is called fermentation in chemistry. Yeah? You learn chemistry or not? Now, why don't you learn science? Science involves a lot of things in life. Okay. So are you okay? So that is the meaning. So what should I do? Okay, you either, because they didn't say by calculus. Did they say by calculus? No. So what I can do is I key this function into my calculator. I key into y1 this one. That is, I key in this way, 10, 1 minus e to the power of negative. If you find that keying in is very troublesome, you can just key in 0.231. Yeah, negative 0.231. Okay, that is your x here. Close. Then your y2 is this, am I right? Yep. So your y2 should be d over dx, y1, x equal to x. So you call out, after that you key in already, you call out your y2. So you just put a prime 5. Then you write down the answer. So this question, they cannot say you are wrong. Are you clear? So that is how you solve question. So it doesn't mean that everything you have to do by calculus. Got it? Okay, can you tell me the answer? What is the answer? Just tell me the answer, is no harm. Your friend will check for you. Yes, 0.73. That's all. Okay, 0.72. Okay, 3 significant figure. You just give me whatever the calculator show first. 72, 0.72778. Okay, 778. So now I teach you how to round it to 3 significant figure. Listen here. Okay, 3 significant figure. Start from the first non-zero. Go from the right, start from the first non-zero. 1, 2, 3, round. So this is 0.728. Are you clear? That is how you round to 3 significant figure. First non-zero from the left. Are you clear? The rest you don't have to think. Just first non-zero from the left. So it's very easy. Okay, this is called 3 significant figure. Yeah. So, but if the question say by calculus, okay, so we try to answer all. So if the question say by calculus, okay, part 2, question 10, B, part 2. If the question say by calculus or by algebra, show algebraically. So you have no choice, but to write down this and start to differentiate. Are you clear? So I will just put the K first. Afterward, only I sub in the K. So you will have to differentiate. If you differentiate 1, what do you get? You get 0. If you differentiate E, what do you get? You copy down the whole thing. Then multiply by what? Multiply by what? Yes, negative K, the derivative of the power. Am I right? So this will be negative times negative, you get positive. Am I right? So you got 10K e to the power negative KT. That's it. So therefore, A prime 5. This one, do you need to substitute and do it? No need. I can just use my calculator and get the answer. That's it. Unless they say exact value. If they say exact value, then you have to substitute. Your K is ln 2/3, correct? Just now in front we get the K is ln 2/3, am I right? Here, these are exact value. So those who want to get good score, you better learn how to get exact value. Are you clear? So this is called exact value. Got it? So if I want to write it nicely, it will be 10 ln 2 divided by 3 times e to the power of 5/3 ln 2. That is how you go. So don't worry about the writing as long as you follow the way to write it. Are you okay? So in your SAT2, definitely there will be one question, one part, I definitely will ask you by calculus and find exact value. Not all the questions, you got 5 questions. Okay? Can or not? Okay, now you take some time to look at the question 11.
Recording in progress.
Sketch the graph of, okay, now. Let me draw the graph first. -1, 6. There is an inflection point, 1, 2. Then there is another turning point, 3, -3. Okay, now this is my y equal to fx. Okay, now from y equal to fx graph, I'm going to sketch the f prime x sign diagram first, okay? Before you sketch your f prime x graph, sketch the f prime x sign diagram first, okay? So look, f prime x sign diagram based on the fx graph. Okay, so what are the value that I must mark on the line? Can someone suggest to me? Yeah, what are the values? Okay, -1 and 3. All right? Because why -1 and 3? Because -1, 6 is the local maximum of y equal to fx. So therefore, f prime -1 equal to 0. That is how you analyze. Clear? Okay, now, what is the sign for x less than -1? Is fx is going up, am I right? So increasing. Okay, so for x less than -1, fx is increasing. So therefore, f prime x is more than 0. That is how you analyze. Are you clear the sign? Okay, the rest negative, then positive. Okay, so now I want to, based on the f prime x, I want to draw the sign diagram. I want to draw the fx, f prime x. So I know that it will pass by this point. So I make a mark. It will pass by this point. I make a mark. You see? Clear? Okay, then I know that for x less than -1, it will be above the x-axis. Between -1 and 3, f prime x is negative, so it will be below the x-axis. Am I right? Okay, so that is how we analyze. So if you don't know how it go, the graph, so you can sketch another one that is called your f double prime x sign diagram. So that's why this question, before that, they ask you to sketch these two sign diagram, am I right? So what must I mark on this line? 1. Why? Yes. The reason is 1, 2 is the non-stationary inflection point of y equal to fx. Okay, so that means x equal to 1 is the stationary point x coordinate of stationary point of y equal to f prime x. Am I right? So you don't see like that. There's a lot of analysis need to be done here in your brain. Okay. So what is the sign for x less than 1? Negative. Positive. Am I right? So my f prime x graph Based on this, it will go down, stationary, go up. So the graph will be like that. Turn here, very important. So this is your y equal to f prime x. See or not? Try not to sketch graph on the graph. Analyze from the sign diagram. That is definitely accurate. If you look at the graph of fx and you try to sketch the graph of f prime x, correct? It's much harder because it can confuse you with the direction. I can do it because I translate it into sign diagram, then translate it back to graph. If you are not able to translate like that, you write it, you draw out the sign diagram, then you get this done. Then you will get the right shape. Are you clear? Okay. Have I answered the question?
Yes, Miss, but can I do like here the turning point, right? The turning point becomes the x intercept.
Can. Okay, it doesn't mean you don't have to follow my method. If you don't follow my method and you can get the answer, I give you full mark. I'm not interested. Listen here. During the exam, when I mark, I give 2 marks, correct? Okay, that is how I mark. Here, correct? I give, oh, sorry. Okay, this is your graph, huh? I give 3 marks, huh? Okay, you see how I give 3 marks. Turn at the right place, 1 mark. Cut at the right place, 1 mark. Shape correct, 1 mark. That's it. Whatever here is none of my business. Do you get me? If you have any other method that is faster, go ahead and use it. I, as a teacher, I can't. I can use without sign diagram. But do you think all my students will think exactly like mine? No. So that's why I have to give you a way to guide you to get the right one. Okay, are you clear? You don't have to follow my method if you don't want to. As long as you can get the correct graph, you get the perfect mark. I'm not interested. During exam, I'm not interested in how you get it. I just want to see the graph. That's it. So that is how I mark for 3 marks. Cut at the right place, turn at the right place, and the right shape. 3 marks in that way. Okay? Have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you, Miss.
You don't have to follow my method. But why I want to come up with this method? Last time I said, you see, this is a turning point, so you cut here, all my students gone. During the exam, correct? They can't get the right graph. But with this, I can say 80% can get the right graph. That's why I have no choice to come up with this method.
Recording.
Okay, if you got a f double prime x sign diagram like that, is there a sign change? So, no. That means I have my f double prime a equal to 0, but no sign change, correct? So therefore, y equal to fx. Got inflection point or not? Y equal to fx doesn't have an inflection point. Remember, if there is no sign change, if there is no sign change, that means no change of shape. No sign change on the f double prime x sign diagram means no change of shape. That means no inflection point, even it is 0. Get me? even f prime a is 0. A is not, x equal to a is not the x coordinate inflection point for f x. Yeah. Okay, so there's something that else I can tell you. Okay, any other thing? Also the same, yes. No sign change. That means no change of shape. No sign change means the shape of the fx doesn't change. So this show that f shape of fx graph remain the same. Huh? You see the function, no? So what you can do is if in the exam, I give you a function, correct? You just key into your graphic calculator. Okay, you sketch your y2 graph. You see that your y2 graph, you don't have a turning point. Because inflection point for fx, it will appear as a turning point for f prime x. That is what you should know. So if in the exam, whatever is it, right? If you don't know how is it look like, but you have the function given. So use your graphic calculator to help you to do any explanation that they want you to do. Are you clear? Get me? So graphic calculator is very useful. Use it and learn it. Yeah. So it can help you to explain something that you never see before. You get me? You get the graph and you have a look at it.